find Sliicyy, so...
Well, I'll say Nino was very impactful yesterday. Turns out she's playing for everybody today, even Oxxgen. That's an interesting turn of events. No one would have seen that one coming. Look at that back up in a moment.
Of course it's the classic. Of course it's the right
Oh,
click.
yes.
What else are we
connecting the
gonna have here,
headshots. You can't be surprised about that. But the thing is here, Proxima going to get a heal up as well as Gia comes in to rotate. That's going to be a full health Oxxgen, two-man advantage playing their way, and now even further as Nelo falls. And this should be pretty much locked down at this point. Don't see any way back in for TENSTAR. Nice clean start for Oxxgen.
Sure, of course. Took you guys through the round. Oxxgen just being a little bit aggressive here onto Hookah, probably knowing that Kla is going to be guarding that spot, and they're going to actually find the kill onto her. But he's only going to be Ness guarding with a Spectre from Heaven onto A. So it's going to take a little while. The plant is probably going to come through pretty easily. Not much utility to guard it. And it's down. Retake now for Oxxgen. Gathering that first information. And I'm extremely sorry that you have to listen to my play-by-play because it's nothing compared to Mitchman's. Oh, that shot that probably was not supposed to go there. Trying to clear onto Lamps.
Take flight.
All the utility preventing also Oxxgen from pushing in. And actually, Gia's gonna find another one. This is the second one for her in this round. You're finding the kills.
Enemy remaining.
How did this happen? Okay, we gotta keep trying to go for it.
They almost got the opening kill as well. rainssa got lit down to 40 HP, healed back up by the sky. It's going to burn up a lot of their heals, and they use the flash to reinitiate. And Proxima almost gets away with the double. Really nice attempt, but because she doesn't take down Lirilia, the res comes through. One player advantage now swinging TENSTAR's way, and they've got to rely on something big coming out of Gia, or maybe Ness. She's on the flank, but she's now being spotted by the Seekers. Position given away. Element of surprise no longer in their favor, but Gia does really well to get that pick. She has the res, but no one's really in a safe position to get back alive.
Yeah, and especially with those smokes guarding Heaven, it's going to be a tough one. But Gia's putting such a great performance. She's gonna find Lirilia as well, and now it's just Sliicyy trying to defend this spike.
Oh, that timing for Sliicyy catching Gia, dropping down, and now the spike planted open for either spawn or Heaven. Ness is holding the spawn peak.
And here before, thank you very much, Nelo, for using that ultimate and securing even more this round, because it could be the first one, and they definitely need it. There's 3 ultimates. That's going to be the first one coming in from Oxxgen. Those Seekers spotting everyone playing on that toxic. I'm scared, bitch.
Oh, it's going to be a deep flash going around. Res now deployed. Oxxgen trying to mount their way back into this. Good job, TENSTAR have that Viper's Pit in play. Just fighting back into it's going to be impossible, but they can't even get near it. Headshots delivered by Sheriffs all around to leave Proxima all by herself. And all this round is looking like it might just be reaching its conclusion. The spike about to explode.
Just Fury. Then nothing is going to be close.
Well, that's a very early fight. Nino ready to pop down the orbital strike and do some damage, forcing the players into the left corner. The Molly's going to follow up afterwards, but lots of utility used up by them just to buy that extra little bit of space to fade on back. Orbital strike and Molly used. No reward for it. And Oxygen still have the advantage, and it extends even further.
Game and just binding the bind as they want to.
Absolutely, yeah. They're not playing their opponent's game on this. Oxygen are coming up with their own solutions, and TENSTAR, well, they might get an extra kill here for Nelo. But other than that, I think the round might be done. 33 seconds left, 2 players in towards the spawn, and so many angles for Nelo to check. Yeah, sometimes you wouldn't use it when you're a player up, but the reality is they have struggled to close out these rounds. It is worth committing it to. And over in the corner, a player's being spotted. Somehow, Glass still alive on the backside after running through a Molly, and they'll clean that one up. Losing a couple of players along the way, though. The heal on Nelo will bring her back to full, and Gia's going to have a tough clutch to make happen in this 1v2.
Yeah, but she's in the one with the clutches for Oxygen on this game. She can make it happen. That Cosmic Divide that is going to go down. Spike is going to be exposed. She doesn't have the information. I mean, they cannot be elbow for that she cares, but still a lot of corners to check, and the timer is running down.
It absolutely is, but she's found Nelo in the corner. And Lirilia, because it's not a Viper, you're not even worried about post-plan setups. This defuse can be possibly stuck at least halfway, and there's the peek after Gia with a dash. They're still sat with a 3-player B-hold as all this pressure, ultimates and everything being applied onto A. If TENSTAR pick up the pace, they've got a very easy side take with now just 1 player left towards the back. Gia's being spotted, naded, ulted. She's trying to run out of there and somehow has made it out of all that utility. Explain that one.
Yeah, and now it's just a 4v5. The spike has gone down, but still the possibility is pretty much there. Those Seekers are not gonna find much. But all the utility coming in, and Nelo's gonna find the first one.
This is solid. Proxima coming in through lamps, catching off Kla, allowing the rest to come back on through. And TENSTAR now starting to tumble backwards. The snowball well and truly in favor of Oxxgen as Lurilia falls. Nino might be a final hope. Coming in through lamps, the lurk is great. The kills are there. And Nino is absolutely saving the round with rainssa left to try and defuse, but time is not her friend. And Nino has spotted she's not on it. She knows that the time is there for her.
This is all that space that you've given up. Now you're like, okay, what happened here? Nelo's gonna find the kill either way.
And there's the late flank from Ness. She was the one that was creeping around through the spawn this whole time. She's now managed to find herself a double, stopping the spike plant and leaving Nelo, who had caught a kill on the A site, to try and 1v3 with 15 seconds, and she is not feeling that one.
10 seconds left.
Time to run away and save for another day. Oxxgen, again, giving a round to TENSTAR and just snatching them right back.
I love this. This is again what I was saying. Oxxgen stop being so aggressive as they would that too.
And the walk through, the nade clearing the corner already for them. The Seekers making sure there's no one inside the ult, but they're also low as they come around this corner. That snake bite's more than enough, and Ness is able to get the double out of it as well. Down goes Sliicyy, leaving Kla alone, which has allowed Gia to just walk right up behind them and catch an easy double. That's a disaster. One misplaced piece of utility, and the round goes awry.
And B is now open. The spike is going to rotate over there. The Classic obviously giving us the shots, but it's Kla going to be finding Ritha here. The wall is going to be put up, knowing that nothing is going to be coming from the defender spawn. They're going to have to break it. And it's still a 3v3 situation. Kla is only 40 HP, so anything can happen.
Oh yeah, it can still swing either way. That is for damn sure. The attackers, interestingly, taking control over Elbow quite aggressively. Proxima is going to be able to catch off Nelo, swinging around the corner. As we said, yeah, Oxxgen's aggression has been fun to watch, and right here, they're getting a reward for it, Kla. Oh, watch where you're walking, Kla. Down to 4 HP from the snake bite. Nino's going to have to be the one defusing that, as Kla attempts a distraction, and down goes the snake bite. That Oxxgen give them a run for their money on it.
Toxin screen down.
Ness has snuck up past the toxin screen, now going to look to catch the Viper off guard, but Nelo is on point, taking the first. The nade slows down the bat play, the wall up. It's going to work. It's going to buy them the space to get this plant in. But Gia, a little bit worried about the cover that's there from her teammates, isn't actually sticking it just yet. Eventually it'll go down. With the man advantage swinging towards TENSTAR on this force buy, they are looking fantastic and catching Oxxgen completely off guard with these upgraded weapons. Oh, but the kills are starting to go back towards the attackers. All of a sudden, rainssa is in a 1v2, and this is pretty winnable. I was sort of guessing this round was over, but now the Spectre is going to have it all to do. But
it's making them double guess in case they want to take that part of them up.
Ness is just shredding them. What? That mid push, Kla and Lurilia
go down, and on this 5v2, there's not much that Nino and Sliicyy are going to be able to do. Maybe find that one every single time that we say that. It's just, it just happens, you know? Gonna find the first one, but still it's a 4v2. Yeah.
And they've got a chance. They can do some damage at least. Take some weapons out of Oxygen's hands. At this point, the round is too far gone to imagine winning it. I like this idea. Send Sliicyy for... Well, actually, I'll tell you what, I don't like this idea. Because,
no, yeah, because she's going for the close one, and Nino's just gonna be waiting outside of showers, or maybe she's not.
No, yeah, she's leaving, and Nino's the one that, you know, could use an ult orb, so I wouldn't mind her fighting around here rather than Sliicyy, but fair enough. Sliicyy's still shredding them, wrecking them, looking to TP out of there with a rifle. So it's worked out very well.
I was kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they
Oxxgen that doesn't seem to have a lot of intention behind it. Now they're getting to the site. Great flash blinds Nelo, but unfortunately Kla isn't blind at all, and that showstopper not landing. But here's a fight up close, and the spike drop nade about to follow on through, and that could be the trade with the nade. No, in fact, Kla is too quick with the headshot, leaving Proxima all by herself yet again. 1 versus 4. And a flank coming through to close out the round. Nino alongside Sliicyy spotted her. She is just about to be boxed in. There's no way out.
I love how they wait for the save that post plant. This Viper Spit is going to be defending, and again, it's going to be a low buy from Oxxgen. First 2 picks already down. See what they decide from now on. Same wall. The TENSTAR just repeated the same that they did at the beginning of the round because they didn't actually use it.
Oof.
Down B.
That's a little bit of damage being done. You know, we've already seen one player having to be brought back. Sliicyy falls right after. Oxxgen need a little bit more before that damage is anywhere near worthwhile, and ness is, well, not going to find it.
Enemy remaining.
1 HP coming around that corner.
This is a cheeky corner that obviously you can use with that ultimate. Should be feeling safe. Can playing in duos, and it's only going to be Ritha on this one before. Not a lot of chances, but maybe just looking to do a little bit of damage. Ultimate also in place. Just hurt Lilia.
Oh, she thinks that's the
She
solo
gonna
backside
expect
player.
Oh,
Oh.
oops. Oops.
Not a bad
This has
call by
been
a fairly even matchup so far. The TENSTAR's defense has looked almost insurmountable for Oxxgen up until now. Let's see if they can make it work, as they've actually gotten a completely free B site utility. All that they had to pay to get in there and plant it. And they've even crossed back safely. Okay, I was waiting for that.
I was waiting for the overtilt strike. But they always want to play it. I mean, no. But if Clan and Lily are going to be pushing from the back end, they said that you don't want to use it just yet.
There.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Did they check the right as they come around? Oh, it's... In fact, there's no players there, and now they've been spotted. That's a pincer. Ritha just deals with them herself anyways. Orbital strike down. It's going to take a couple of seconds off the clock, but with Hunter's Fury, they've got plenty to deny this. Big peek out of Sliicyy to bring it into a 1v2, but there's just
Not
too
gonna
many...
find anything, and the subs are gonna come in, and with the Cosmic Divide, the rotations are gonna come in. Obviously, Oxxgen just taking all this space,
I like
and the
wall.
plan should be free.
Yep, post-plant setup as well. You saw that Poison Orb dropped at the feet of the planter. They've got a wall to stop anybody walking through. That's pretty much perfect in terms of the early round. We said the problem for Oxxgen has been getting that spike on the floor, and it is not a problem this time. So now they just need to run the clock down, and it's going to start with a Viper setup. Poison Orb to activate, Snake Bite to land, and Chia to just peek right out there and take the kill, but Nelo is inside the smoke. Managed to pull it back a little bit. rainssa flanking around the side, buying a little bit more space, a little bit more time as the Snake Bites run out. But they still managed to find a kill. The last one as it's on its way down. Catches off Nelo, and Nino got about a magazine and a half left. Like, she is actually running low on ammo and still spamming. So I'm getting a little bit concerned. We're going to see some classic play out of Proxima.
Yes.
She has the classic, so it's all okay.
Spike
Oh,
planted.
there's the spike planted already. Nelo going to try to walk around and catch someone off guard in towards Bath, but hey, there's no one here. They've backed off again to just play these hard post plants. I don't know how they're doing this. The third time in a row without any damage being done.
She spotted her.
Oxxgen have got a plan, but they've lost rainssa. Ritha, quick to return one. Nade up close. Pla doesn't expect the walk through. Ritha's an absolute madwoman. And so Lilia is left alone. And sure, she'll stop the Viper post plant, but she has to stop the rest of the team. And that is a that was a headshot. That was a pretty tough task. Third